Happy birthday to Old Forester. Happy birthday to Old Forester. Old Forester's birthday bourbon celebrates Brown-Forman Distillery's founder, George Garvin Brown's birthday, and its 2020 release coincides with the 150th year of the Old Forester brand. Old Forester Master Taster Jackie Zeiken said, "Its annual release has become something that bourbon lovers anticipate, and we really believe that the 2020 version is one of our best yet." Cabbage Patch Raffle News Network salutes Brown-Forman Distillery for their donation of this bottle of Old Forester birthday bourbon. Buy a raffle ticket now. Must be 21 years of age to participate. Please drink responsibly. Happy birthday to you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful building. We're here at the Glenview building on Brownsboro Road. My name is Greg Braun, and my beautiful co-host tonight is Micah Wilson. Micah works at the Cabbage Patch, and we're welcoming you to what we call a distanced Cabbage Patch social for the night. Before we start, we did want to read a note, a message from the board of directors and those that work at the Cabbage Patch. It is a difficult time, and we know that we as a community have a lot to do to promote social justice and equity. We at the Cabbage Patch are committed to supporting our children and are putting that commitment into action. Please join us in showing our children that they not only do they matter, but that they are important, they are valued, and they are loved. So that was from the board of directors of Cabbage Patch. So on a normal year, Mike, I don't know if you attended last year, but on a normal year, we would probably be at the Olmsted. We would be dressed up, maybe in normal attire, not anything like this. A couple libations, walking around, meeting new friends, seeing old friends, learning, and seeing all the great stuff the Cabbage Patch does, and raising money. But you know what? This isn't really a normal year. Kind of life has tossed us a lemon. So we make some lemonade, right, Micah?
That's right. We are going to make some lemonade. This year has certainly been one to remember, full of challenges, but because of the support of our donors and our staff, we have still been able to meet the needs of the kids that we serve and their families. So tonight, we want to celebrate that and also let everyone watching at home know how critical their support is and how they can support the kids at the Patch tonight.
That's right. And before we begin, there's some sponsors. There's some companies that have really come together and helped kickstart this event that we really want to honor and celebrate. A few of those being Brown-Forman, Commonwealth Bank and Trust, Louisville Gas and Electric, Southwest Airlines, and Sterling Thompson, to name a few. Thanks to their support, they've helped raise, and so far we have raised $74,000.
Wow.
Can we hear a little applause here? Yeah, that's fantastic. So our goal tonight is $130,000. We've already raised $74,000, so we're well on our way. But how can you help at home? It's easy. CabbagePatch.org. That's CabbagePatch.org to make a gift and support the great things that we do. So we have a lot of stories to tell, but first I would like to introduce the president of the board of directors of Cabbage Patch, Mike Fallett, who is a fellow Rotarian. He is also owns MM Lending Company, and he has a few words to say to us tonight. Mike?
Thank you, Greg. It's great to be with you here tonight. And I just want to express my gratitude to all of our donors, supporters, volunteers, and staff for their hard work day in and day out to make the Cabbage Patch thrive even in difficult times. 2020 has been a challenging year, not just because of COVID-19, but we've also had some changes at the Patch. We're excited to welcome Corey Miller as our new executive director effective January 1st. He replaced Tracy Holliday, who faithfully served the Cabbage Patch for over 36 years. I'd like to ask Corey to come up now and tell us a little bit about what's happening at the Cabbage Patch.
Thank you, Mike, and good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you here tonight, despite the challenges of the day related to the Breonna Taylor case. It's been a difficult day in Louisville, one of deep emotion, and one that might even make us question if it makes sense to have an event like this tonight. But the thing I kept coming back to is that being together as a supportive Patch community around a cause that profoundly impacts the lives of children, youth, and their families seems like the right place for us to be. I'd like to express my appreciation for our excellent board of directors and our talented staff who have made me feel so welcome as I have joined the Patch. I'd also like to express my thanks to the recently retired Tracy Holliday, who has been and continues to be very generous with advice and perspective to give me the best opportunity for success. And we've all been living through challenging times in the midst of a global pandemic and national and, of course, local protests for racial equity. Tonight reminds us how far that we still have to go as a community and a nation to promote lasting racial equity. And these kinds of times test our resolve as well as our stability. And that's true for us as individuals, but also true for an organization like ours with a really important mission that needs to be spread now more than ever. In order to thrive in a time like this, you must innovate. And I give tremendous credit to our staff and board who have, as our friend Rod Napier would say, improvised, modified, and adjusted. They have done so in numerous ways so that we could do the very best for the children and the families that we serve here at the Patch. I'm also thankful for you, our friends and supporters, whose strong financial commitment over the years have really allowed us to be in a place where we can weather this pandemic, continue to serve our Patch kids and families, and keep our staff employed when so many organizations have had to furlough them. So much has happened in the last 6 months, and thanks to your generosity, we have continued to impact lives in profound ways. In March, although we had to close the Patch's daily programs for 3 long months, we were busier than ever in our family services, our family development department. Calvin and Doug and Chelsea have been true essential workers, providing food and hygiene items, utilities and rent assistance, and critical emotional support through counseling families who have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic. The numbers alone tell the story. In the last 6 months, we have given out over 2,031 bags of food to 92 different families. This is an over 400% increase in our average distribution over this period last year. And in the last 6 months, we've also provided unprecedented amounts of financial assistance, gift cards, rent assistance, and utility pledges to 99 families. This assistance has totaled nearly $7,400 and has helped to prevent families from being evicted and falling irreparably behind in their bills. We are doing more for our families than we have ever done before, and the need will remain so long as the economic strain continues. Earlier in the summer, we were thankful to be able to offer summer programming for our kids. There is such a history with summer camp and the Cabbage Patch. And although it was open to smaller numbers due to COVID-19, we did offer 6 weeks of camp and served 173 different young people. Beyond the joy of just being out of the house, these camps served a critical purpose. For some of our families experienced social isolation to an extreme degree. Like the situation for Daniel, who's one of our VIPs, very involved patcher, that is. As an 11-year-old, he was experiencing a lot of anxiety related to the coronavirus and the protests that were going on just around his home. He was really worried and didn't feel comfortable leaving his house for any reason. Well, check that, for any reason except going to the Cabbage Patch, that is. He was thrilled to participate in our fishing camp with Mr. Ryan. And because the staff saw the extent of his need, we signed him up for basketball camp as well. For Daniel, again, thanks to your support, the Patch gave him just what he and his family needed. And one further need, perhaps the greatest scale that we experienced, has been working with and assisting our kids and their families with remote schoolwork, better known as NTI, non-traditional instruction. During the onset of the pandemic in the spring, our program staff assisted 76 kids with their work. In addition, Brandy, Rachel, and Megan assisted our 35 college scholars with transitioning from in-person classes to digital learning, and guided our 12 Patch high school seniors through a very unconventional college application process. During the summer, we began planning just in case NTI continued into the school year. And as you all know, unfortunately, it did. But yet, thanks to Megan and her team, we were ready to respond with the first ever Cabbage Patch Academy. We are using every square foot at the Patch to create homerooms serving over 50 elementary and middle schoolers and 30 high schoolers with a daytime, well-rounded program that our staff created from scratch. It is built to support NTI, feed our kids lunch and snacks, and include classic Cabbage Patch enrichment activities. Equally important, parents are now able to continue to go to work to support their families, knowing that their children are safe and in a positive place where they can thrive. These programs at the Patch profoundly impact lives. So thank you. Thank you for being generous supporters and partners and investors who see what we are doing and respond in faith. In unprecedented times like these, when instability and chaos seem to be around every corner, I believe that it is worth remembering two very important things. First, that we are all in this together, and we will emerge on the other side with even greater strength and focus. And two, for people of faith, we know that there is a presence with whom to share our burdens, the God who is the same today and tomorrow, the one through whom all things are possible. For ultimately, there is nothing that can separate us from the love of Christ the Lord. And for that, we give our thanks and praise. And for you, we give our thanks and praise.
Corey Miller, thank you so much for your service and for being with the Patch. Mike Fallon, again, thank you for your service and being on the board of directors and president. That's why tonight is so especially important for you, our viewers, so you can help contribute to the Patch and help us continue the good things that we do. But I've got some exciting news. Micah, I don't know if we know this. We have, because of a special corporate sponsor, we're going to match the first $60,000 of all donations that we receive. How does that work now?
Okay, so every gift that you give tonight, up to $60,000, will be matched. If you give $5, they will match it to $10. If you give $200, they will match it to $400.
We like the $200
We
ones.
do.
We want the bigger numbers,
we do.
right?
Show me the money.
That's right. Hold on.
Just like that.
Just like that,
Just
but a little
like
bit
that.
faster.
Just like your suit, Greg.
There we go.
We want money for the Patch. Remember, you can go online tonight to cabbagepatch.org. Don't wait. Someone might beat you in giving that $200 gift. So you want to go to cabbagepatch.org and do that now. We're going to thank our sponsors again for their contributions to our social tonight.
And some of those sponsors, again, are Enterprise Car Rental, Baxter's Corner, Hilliard Lyons, MM Lending, Strothman and Company, Glenview Trust, and again, thank for them for letting us use this facility tonight, River Road Asset Management, and the attorneys of Frost, Brown, and Todd. Thank you all very much for your support. So, Micah, another way we can support the Patch, besides just donating straight to it, is raffle tickets. Raffle tickets. You can, and you're not the ones that I just pulled out of my hand, but you can virtually buy raffle tickets for a ton of prizes tonight. And our staff, the Cabbage Patch staff, made a few commercials so we can show you some of these great items that we have. One of them, I believe, is Dale Hollow. So let's roll the Dale Hollow commercial.
Cabbage Patch Raffle News Network presents an opportunity to win a 5-day and 4-night stay at this beautiful log cabin home above Dale Hollow Lake. This private residence is not available for rent, has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms, and comfortably sleeps 10 people. A respite from the real world, you can unplug from the Matrix and watch DVDs on the TV, but avoid the news because the TV has no broadcast channels. Round up your fishing buddies for a fishing trip, or pack the kids in the minivan for a family vacation and getaway from your fast-paced life in this ideal remote setting. From May to September includes the use of the cabin owner's pontoon boat. Buy a raffle ticket now. Donated by a friend of the Cabbage Patch. Blackout dates include the week of Thanksgiving and the last 2 weeks of the year.
That was just beautiful. Make sure you go online now and buy your chance. All raffle prizes will be drawn on September 30th at 10 a.m. But we don't want to forget the reason that we are here tonight, and that is the kids at the Cabbage Patch. It's amazing the strength and the perseverance that they possess. One of my many roles at the Patch is to provide all of our new members with new member tours and orientations. A lot of times the kids will come through the door for their new member tour and orientation, and they will be defensive. They will be guarded. They will not be interested in anything that I have to say to them. Over time, I have the pleasure of watching them bloom because of the various programs that we offer. Sometimes they will find their home in the art room. Sometimes they will find their home in the dance room with Mr. John. Sometimes they will find their home in the gym with Mr. Antonio. Every child has a place in the Patch. And like I said, many times they come, they are guarded, they're very closed up. But as soon as they find a program and a staff that they attach to, they go from coming to my office every day because I'm the first person that they met, to me never seeing them again because they are consumed in the programs that we have to offer.
And again, that's why we go back to how important your support is to help us at the Cabbage Patch. Another example is someone that you probably have met before. Jalea Grant is one of our college scholars. But if you might remember from last year at the Olmsted, she was one of the speakers at the Cabbage Patch function. And she just knocked it out of the park. I mean, she needs to be doing this, not me. I mean, she was great. And not only is she a college scholarship, but she's got a message to say to us via video. So let's run that video.
Hi, my name is Jalea Grant. I'm a senior at the University of Kentucky, majoring in integrated strategic communications. How has the Cabbage Patch helped me past or current? There are so many ways that the Cabbage Patch has helped me. In the past, it would be getting me a scholarship at the University of Kentucky, helping me with my financial aid, making sure that I was confident and prepared to go into college, helping me figure out dorm room necessities, figuring out even my schedule. The first time I ever filled out my schedule, Miss Megan at the Cabbage Patch was right there, texting me the whole time, and she was helping me make sure that I was scheduling my classes the right way and I had enough time to get to and from. And it was really just that support that I needed to go into college without feeling so anxious and alone and, overwhelmed like so many college students feel. Present, I would say the Cabbage Patch is helping me just feel more confident in myself. There are a lot of times where I may come off that I'm overly confident or I know what's going on when that's really not the truth. And having people like the education staff at the Cabbage Patch or even the office staff at the Cabbage Patch have made me feel like, I may not know everything that's going on right now, but it's okay. And I'm young, I'm only 21, and that I have time to figure it out, and I don't have to figure it out all by myself. And I just really appreciate that, especially during this trying time with COVID and me about to graduate in May and figuring out grad schools. I feel like I haven't had a support system as diligent and as consistent and as available as the staff at the Cabbage Patch, and I'm very, very thankful for them.
Jalea is such a great young lady, Greg.
She's great.
She is great.
She's such a well-spoken person.
Yes,
I love it.
Yes. She's going to change the world one
She
day.
really is. She really is. We've got another raffle item. Hold on.
Oh.
There we go. You like that? That's what it should be doing. Target. Raffle item. Pappy Van Winkle. I don't know if you know a lot about bourbon. Can you drink bourbon?
Well, yes.
Okay, good. Pappy is like the Triple Crown of bourbons. It's great. And we have got a bottle of Pappy, and we've got a special model that came in to make this commercial.
Okay.
And see if you recognize who this person is. Let's run the Pappy one. We'll see.
Okay.
Cabbage Patch Raffle News Network is thrilled to offer a chance to win a bottle of 15-year Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve Bourbon. Produced using the exclusive Van Winkle family weeded recipe, aged in deep charred heavy oak, where this exquisite bourbon is untouched by human hands and unhurried by time. Pappy likes it.
I like it.
You'll like it too. Buy a raffle ticket now on this hard-to-find Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. Must be 21 years of age to participate. Please drink responsibly. Donated by a friend of the Cabbage Patch. Pappy the Old Man model not included.
Oh,
Greg,
I'm sorry.
You cannot drink that right
We can put
now.
that back in, can't we? Can we? Sorry about that.
Oh my
No, I'm
goodness.
not drinking the Pappy. That was just ice. It's a prop. It's a prop. But did you recognize the person who did that?
I did. That was
That's his new
Tracy.
career
I love
now. I
him.
know you know that Tracy must have bought at least 30 or 40 tickets.
At
he
least.
wants that Pappy. So raffle tickets can be sold all the way up to midnight on the 29th of September, and then that following day at 10 a.m. we're going to have a drawing. You don't need to be there to win, but if you want to watch it, it'll be live on Facebook. But to get some of these prizes, you got to get on the website. And
Where
it's
do they go?
CabbagePatch.org.
CabbagePatch.org.
CabbagePatch.org,
Okay.
and to get your raffle tickets or to give us some money. So,
Okay.
what's next, Micah?
All right. The next video that we want to share is something that is very near and dear to my heart. Corey came on and spoke a little bit about our new Patch Academy. As Corey mentioned earlier, our staff has pivoted 180 degrees to meet the needs of our kids. We have about 50 kids coming in each day to complete their schoolwork, and it's honestly an amazing program. So we're going to hear from our Education Opportunities Manager, Miss Brandy, and one of the moms whose son, Camden, comes every day to our Patch Academy, Greg. He is such a cutie.
Can't wait.
Back in July, when we found out that JCPS was going to do 6 weeks of non-traditional instruction, NTI, we did what we do best at the Cabbage Patch, which is improvise, modify, and adjust our programming to better serve our kids and families. Before school started, we led our staff through some NTI training where we caught them up on the different platforms that JCPS uses, such as Google Classroom and Jamboard and things like that. And then the second day of school, we were here to welcome our kids into their different learning pods. In the mornings, we help them with their schoolwork. And then in the afternoon, we're so happy that they're able to play in our gym, go to our game room, and have socially distanced fun, which allows them to still be kids and socialize with each other. We are just masters of flexibility here. We see the needs of our parents and families, and then we twist and turn all of our programming to do what's best for them. So we are just blessed with a staff that is able to rise to the occasion no matter what.
NTI has helped me as far as my family because I'm a working mom. I never stopped working throughout the pandemic. So being a teacher and a mom at the same time was very challenging. So the Cabbage Patch doing the NTI helped my family tremendously. I would quit my job because he would need my full attention. So working the way I do and him needing me, I would have to choose him. My dad is really sick, so I don't even have that option because he can't be around anyone.
The Cabbage Patch has helped me very much, and the Cabbage Patch has a great environment, and I really like how they help you with your work and they explain it to you.
He's a cute kid.
I told you.
He's a really
He's
cute
very
kid, but
cute.
he's not like a mischievous
No,
kid.
no,
Just,
no,
okay.
just cute.
Oh, he's
Just cute.
precious. He's precious. So again, this is why the patch is so important and how we need your help. It's not just a place that kids do homework. It's a place that changes lives. You know, Cabbage Patch does not get any money from Metro United Way. We don't receive any money from the government. The only way we keep our doors open and the only way we can help these people with all the stuff that you've heard about is through the generosity of donors like yourself. This is the only event we got for the whole year because thank you, COVID. But as a result, this is it. So the pressure's on for us to raise the money. In fact, let me do a little money gun here and see what do we got? What's our total? How much we raised?
We're at 89,000.
89,000. Do you hear I want more cowbell. I want more cowbell. Okay, do you like that? We want more cowbells. And you can get involved and you can help. CabbagePatch.org. Don't forget, we've got that $60,000 match. And I think we've got another raffle commercial item, don't we, Micah?
We do have another raffle commercial item. I am loving this Traeger grill. You should see this grill. It's very impressive. Can we play the commercial about it? It features our very own Eli.
Really?
It does.
Okay.
Cabbage Patch Raffle News Network thanks Home Depot for this Traeger Pro Series 22 pellet grill. Traeger is the world's #1 selling wood-fired grill, perfected by decades of mastering the craft of wood-fired cooking. This beaut of a grill features digitally controlled temperature, robust body style with sawhorse chassis for added stability, side lift bar, all-terrain wheels, uses all-natural hardwood pellets. Its new advanced grilling logic keeps the internal temperature within plus or minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit for precision grilling. This Traeger grill package includes Eat Your Bourbon spices from Bourbon Barrel Foods and steaks for your first grill from FISHMARKET Inc. Buy a raffle ticket now. Burley Chef and toy food not included.
I just love that commercial. Eli is such a great sport. He looked really good
He
in
could be a
his chef's
professional
outfit.
model. We've got all these people that could be professional
I
models.
know.
What's
He
going
looked
on?
good in his chef's hat.
I know.
I cannot wait for the drawing to see who wins that grill so that I can go to their house for dinner on September 30th at 10 a.m. on our Facebook page. So, we have talked about the scholars. We've talked about how our education department has really helped them through this difficult time of adjustment, but we often don't get to share the great work of our family development department. Mr. Calvin and Mr. Doug have really been amazing during the past few months. I have had the pleasure of seeing this firsthand, the way that they have worked so hard to make sure that our families had food from our food pantry, help with their rent and their utilities, support, someone to talk to. They have just been there in so many different ways for so many different families. Many of our families have experienced job loss. We've been able to help them navigate through that. One of our amazing clients is Minnie Sullivan, and we had the pleasure and opportunity to speak to her. She is raising her grandson, who is actually one of our college scholars. So we are going to get to hear her amazing story.
Well, the COVID-19 took a toll on us, like all other families in America. Financially, loss of jobs. Dylan, we had planned on him working this summer, but he couldn't work. My daughter, she worked in a daycare, and of course she couldn't work. And I am in that high risk bracket, so even when the daycares opened back up, I didn't allow her to go back to work because I was afraid of what she would be bringing the house to me. And so, it was the Cabbage Patch, that constantly reached out to us, making sure that we had everything that we needed and asking, what if they could do anything, everything from helping me pay my mortgage to helping me pay my utilities. Cabbage Patch has been there, and not just, let me just say, not just for COVID-19. Cabbage Patch has been Santa Claus for us. Cabbage Patch has been Thanksgiving dinner for us. I get emotional, so I can't talk about it too much because I get emotional because, yeah. Cabbage Patch has been everything. It has been our bridge over troubled water, as my mama would say. Let me just say that I am I'm a Cabbage Patch advocate. When I used to recruit mentors and connect them with vulnerable JCPS students. And every parent, I try to tell them, get your child connected. It's been around for years, but yet there are people out there that don't know that it's here, that this resource, this amazing resource is in our community. And all your kids got to do is show up. Literally, that's all you have to do is be present at the Cabbage Patch for your child to be blessed. So, I am one of those people that is always dropping your name. Listen, get your kid there. Get them involved. They can get a full scholarship. For Dylan, the Cabbage Patch was so much because Dylan has a speech impairment. So as a child, he was bullied and targeted a lot. But when he came to the Cabbage Patch, I can't tell you what the Cabbage Patch did for him. It gave him a sense of acceptance. He's quirky and goofy. He's able to just be who he is and loved for who he is. He don't have to pretend. He always struggled to fit in and be a part of the inner crowd when he was in school and he wasn't accepted. But here at Cabbage Patch, he is so at home. He got so much love here. He got so much. He learned accountability. He learned how to write a check. He got his first bank account here. He started his first savings here. He got a full ride scholarship here. He got employment here. So what it did for my grandson, ooh.
Amazing.
I will always be eternally grateful. It made such a difference in his development as a young man. We love Miss Megan. And I just want other kids, other black kids, but all kids, to have what he got here. It made such a difference in him, in his security, in his self-confidence. It was just, I don't know if he would have gotten there without Cabbage Patch at the point that he did get there. So I am forever grateful. I am forever grateful for the Cabbage Patch.
Folks, in all seriousness, this is why we're here tonight. You just saw a few of people's lives. Minnie, Jalea, Camden, Alicia, just a few people that their lives have been significantly changed by the work done at the Cabbage Patch. Where would they be? Look at all the things that we have done with helping the families, with bags of food, backpacks, the rent assistance, utility assistance, the NTI programs, college studies. The Cabbage Patch is truly changing lives. So the time is now. We need your help. CabbagePatch.org. You can buy a raffle ticket. You can make a donation. You can even send us a check. They keep telling me, remind them to send us a check. Any of those ways to help us. But we really, really need your help, and now is the time. Don't forget, for every dollar you send in for the next $60,000, you can double the amount of your gift to the Cabbage Patch and help make us make a difference in these people's lives. Right, Micah?
That's right. Now is the time to support the patch during this unprecedented moment. A gift of $500 tonight will provide rent and utility assistance to our families. A gift of $1,000 will provide books and school supplies to a college scholar. And a gift of $2,500 tonight will provide NTI support to 5 middle school students. Together we can accomplish amazing things, but we need your support. You can make your gift now at CabbagePatch.org.
So we're almost out of time. We appreciate it so much. We want to thank the staff, all the people behind the cameras, Jennifer, Paul, Morgan, Kaki, everybody who's helped make this show possible. Thank you at home for taking some time out of what is a crazy time in this world and spending some time with us. Enjoyed telling you some stories, sharing some of the things that the Cabbage Patch does. Please don't forget to get on CabbagePatch.org and help make a contribution to our organization.
Mm-hmm. If those amounts seem like too much, you can also make a monthly gift. $20 a month will equal $240 for our children and families. Everyone can be a hero. We're going to thank our sponsors one more time for this evening. We would like to thank Brown-Forman, Commonwealth Bank and Trust, LG&E, Southwest Airlines, Sterling Thompson Insurance, Enterprise Car Rental, Baxter's Corner, Hilliard Lyons, M&M Lending, Strothman and Company, the Glenview Trust Company, River Road Asset Management, and Frost Brown Tide. If you haven't made your gift yet, it is not too late. We will continue raising funds for this event through the end of the month.
That's a long time.
That is.
But we want your money now.
Yes. Help us reach our goal of $130,000. Together, we can make a lasting impact on the kids at the Patch.
Now, before we go, a couple things. There's one more commercial, which you really need to see. It's a special commercial. So when we're done, don't go away. Stick around for that last commercial. Make sure you buy a raffle ticket. Don't buy 2. Don't buy 3. Come on, buy 20 or 30. We really, really need it. I'll even wear my suit if you buy more than 100 of those. You can buy them up to September 29th, and then on September 30th at 10 a.m., we're going to draw for these great prizes. There's tons. You've only seen 3 or 4. We've got a lot of raffle items, and to see them, you've got to get on CabbagePatch.org. So thanks again for joining us. Micah?
Thank you again for joining us at our Distance Cabbage Patch Social. Hopefully next year we can all be together in person.
Thanks again.
You'll be crowned king of your next party with this bottle of King of Kentucky bourbon. So buy a raffle ticket now for a chance to win. This coveted premium single-barrel bourbon is sure to please the palate of the most discerning bourbon aficionado. Brown-Forman distiller Chris Morris said, "King is different from our other bourbons in our portfolio due to the combination of heat cycling and long maturation." Cabbage Patch Raffle News Network salutes Brown-Forman Distillery for their donation of a bottle of King of Kentucky. Must be 21 years of age to participate. Please drink responsibly.